So can you remember at the beginning, I asked you what your learning style was? This is on video, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah? There's a good reason for that. Everybody learns in a different way.
Okay.
At the moment, you don't have a lot of opportunity of getting any practice
Okay.
with a learner because as you know, you can't go on a trainee license until we completed 40 hours at least. Yeah. So you wrote on there that you've got access to online videos.
Yeah.
And they're free. You're not having to pay for them.
All right.
Does it make sense to use them?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah?
It does.
Yeah, I mean, you scored yourself 5 overall today, and I'd agree with that, because I had to do a lot of prompting to get you to
That's it.
to share the responsibility and knowing when to give me a bit more responsibility or ask me to take more responsibility. You know, so by watching the videos, you learn from that, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
It really is important that the reason why it's done part 1, part 2 and then part 3 is that you need to link them together. They're one entity, yeah? And that's what you're not doing at the moment. You're not linking them together.
Okay.
As you know, the part 1 is multiple choice. Do you think now you've passed the part 1 that you don't need to do any study?
No, I have to.
Yeah. What books would you study?
I got the DSS, which is CD.
No. What about the driving essential skills?
Okay.
The highway code?
Highway code, yeah, I'll get that.
Know your road signs?
Okay.
Yeah. Don't just sit back and think because I passed part 1 I can now forget about it, yeah? Because it's really important that if a real learner asks you a question, you should be able to answer that question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So by reading the driving essential skills, the highway code, and know your road signs, that will help you tremendously. Driving wise, how do you think, I know you're driving automatic and we're now learning in a manual, but that doesn't stop you still making sure that you keep your driving up to the part 2 standard, because don't forget you did pass your test in an automatic, your part 2 test. How can you keep your driving up to standard?
Driving, carefully.
Well, not carefully, driving to the standard that you use to pass your test.
Yeah.
In Pinner, yeah?
Yeah.
By always using the mirrors. By always knowing what the speed limit for the road is.
Yeah.
Doing commentary driving.
Okay.
This, you might think now that the part 2 is behind you, but it's not. Your driving should be getting better and better and better. And then what you need to do from there is to learn the skill of watching me, and you've got to watch the road ahead as well, but then watching me to make sure that I'm doing what you think you would do in that situation.
Okay.
If I'm not doing what you think you should be doing, if I'm not doing what you think you would do yourself, I'm probably doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But, home study...
It's very important.
Yeah,
I didn't probably do last week, so that's why I feel today.
Yeah, you've admitted you haven't done any.
Yeah.
But you had a busy week, you had Eid.
Yeah.
But it does help you.
Yeah, I will.
It does help you. Don't forget, we're working as a team. But if you're not doing any home study, that means I'm having to work twice as hard with you when we go out here.
That's it.
Where if you're doing a bit of work at home as well, then you might well find that learning's taking place a lot quicker. And it's not only learning, it's also understanding as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Any questions?
No, thank you.
Sure?
Yeah.
Yeah? So what are we aiming for next week? To get what?
10.
10. Yeah. We're at a 5 at the moment.
Yeah.
If we can get to 7 or 8, it's a big improvement.
Yeah.
If we can get to
Closest to 10 as much as possible.
if we can get to 9 by the following week, has learning taken place? That's the important thing.
Yes.
And then we'll eventually hit that 10.
Yeah.
Yeah? Great?
Yeah, agree.
No questions?
No.
Right, I'll turn that off.
Okay.